Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Jacksonville. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. And Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Bortles now on first down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there from 13 yards out. And the Jags have taken the early lead. From the gun, it's Bortles. And he whips that one incomplete there. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis. Some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for him.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now it's Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Bryant. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They have been building towards this. Really good drafts. Really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs. I think right now they'd love to get Allen Robinson back at wide receiver and add another playmaking tight end.
Here we go now.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, right near the 27. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malik Jackson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And now it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And down he goes taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Bell. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. And he's able to put it through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Blue 45. Blue 45. Ace.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Bortles now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing. It
is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
To throw, it's Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Underneath to Ivory. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Here's Bortles to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. and he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. And he fires one incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing his Bortles on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Buying time to his left. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this one is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. Fournette fighting through, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Jags, 18 yards, first down.
I love it. A scout told me that with his running style, this guy's always the hammer, never the nail, but also has the ability to break it off big, too.
I was on the field for a game he had last year at LSU, and there were some college boys warming up, and then Leonard Fournette walked in. He is a man.
Full grown.
The play clock's running down. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Time running out here on the play clock. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Bortles in the offense remains put on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Bortles. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll go again with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 41 yards. Fresh set of downs here. Throwing is Bortles. Flushed out right. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now Bortles escaping the pressure right. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden, with it.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Yannick Ngakoue in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. To throw here, Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
This is fielded at the 27. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. From the gun, it's Bortles. Forced out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 49 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Throwing now is Bortles. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Roethlisberger will throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Yannick Ngakoue getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. He'll look to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
He's back to throw. Being chased out left. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They'll look to throw. And an alley to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Borders. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Here's Roethlisberger. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by time with the interception.
You're never sure which one's going to be one of the